Okay. And now we are going to react to Omizi's new video, which is Streamer University 30 days later. Well, I'm gonna predict what Omizi is gonna do in this video. I think Omizi is going to talk about the streamers that took advantage of the opportunity and the ones that didn't. Well, Streamer University was a big opportunity for content creators. And yes, I say content creators because it wasn't all only for streamers. Um let's say for example Sarah Safari, I knew who she was before. I'm a guy that goes to the gym, and my For You page is full of I would say a lot of gym stuff. So I saw Sarah Safari and a lot of clips and a lot of TikToks before Streamer University. But when I saw that she was in Streamer University, I was like, she's not even a streamer. And maybe she didn't even stream during the Streamer University. But anyway, she's already an accomplished content creator. She is already rich. So whatever. I think in this video, Omizi is gonna be talking about the ones that succeed and the ones that didn't. And just off the top of my head, I can think about certain streamers that they just needed a little push, like Braden, I think that's his name, Braden. That guy, I already knew him before Streamer University, but I'm pretty sure he gained a lot more followers after Streamer University, and I saw that he was hanging a lot more with Core even before Streamer University, um, and Dub and all of that. Who else? Dami. Out of all of content creators in Streamer University, I would say that Dami is probably my favorite one. I've been watching Dami for quite a while now, and he's definitely a hardworking man. And to see him actually getting more numbers now, it's good. I just never understood why he was never able to keep that audience. But yeah, let's not talk too much and get into the video. Hold on. Yeah. Streamer University 30 days later. Let's see it. A video by Omizi though. Hold on.
Yo, bro, what I don't want to hear is 8 months from now when Kai's booting up his next Stream University. Damn, man, all the people from this Stream University didn't take it seriously. You got the opportunity to come here. Do you know how rare this is? You are on one of the coolest events ever hosted in streaming history, and you're giving it your all while you're here. And then you're gonna go home, and the expectation is you're gonna continue to give it your all. The expectation is you're gonna continue. When people get done training with Lethal Shooter, the expectation is they're gonna perform after that, because he's a professional. He takes his job seriously. So I need y'all to really take this seriously.
The biggest streaming event of the year, Stream University, ended just 30 days ago. And based off of all the views, all the clips, all the moments that came out of it, I think a lot of people would say that it is a resounding success. But there's another metric of success that's out there that people have been asking. What happened to the creators? Are they being successful in finding viewership? Are they building their own content creation lives? Or are they just
Also that one guy with the girl that said that she wanted was his stick cheese. Like that one black guy, I forgot his name. He he's creating content with the girl that poured milk on herself when Kai announced her on Streamer University. Do you guys remember that?
another extra in Kai Cenat's show? Because according to one of its own students during the actual event, that's the case.
The way SU works is there's big streamers, there's middle streamers, there's small streamers, and you want to know what happens? I'm sure you can see already the big streamers click together. The middle streamers try to figure out where they can go. The small streamers
feeling left out. I feel bad for her.
Try to figure out where they can go, and they can't go anywhere. They're expected to just stick around the big creators and be the supporters and the people
Bro, talk to people. Go have fun.
clapping in the back to make the big people be bigger, and then we're just supposed to be the background characters.
Isn't this one girl with the OF?
The background dancer to the big characters. And that's okay. That's just how it works.
If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. We're on the race for 190. I've lowered the goal. It's 190 now. Be there or be square. Now, back into the video.
Now my goal though. His goal is 190, right? He want to get to 190,000 subscribers. Guys, I'm just trying to get to 10 subscribers. So can you please subscribe? I know this video is gonna get like 1 to 2 views, and it doesn't matter, bro. Whoever is watching, just subscribe to the channel. It will be much appreciated. Thank you in advance. Now back to the video.
Over 120 streamers being added into the zeitgeist and culture of streaming, and over 6,000 channels covering Streaming University. I think it's safe to say that this was the biggest, and I do mean biggest, opportunity for a new and up-and-coming star to be put onto the scene in a major way. But simultaneously, there was a lot of questioning and concern about if this was real opportunity or if these people were used as extras for the content that Kai Cenat and his friends were creating. Now, I've already addressed the streamer Aisha and her thought process.
I think it's definitely beneficial for everybody. For the small streamer, just by being there, you're gonna be making views just by existing there. So it's beneficial for everybody.
On the whole thing and how she took Stream University. So I'm not going to rehash that. Please check out the previous video that I posted.
Yeah. I'm talking about this guy. And
If you want to
milk on top of her chick.
get into the full details of that. But she posed a question and a thought process that a lot of people have had about this event dating back to its origins. And maybe there's some validity to the thought process of it all. Again, there was 120 streamers, thousands of channels viewing this content or creating some sort of content about it, 56 million hours of watch time, and I think it peaked at 1.45 million live viewers watching the event unfold. But that doesn't mean that each and every streamer got this attention or eyeballs individually. You gotta think, the biggest names like Kai, Ron, Marlon, Suburb Baby got the bulk of these viewers. And this meant that smaller streamers were jockeying for attention, or they would be at risk of disappearing into the void of the Streamer University as a whole, especially once they left the university. Streamer teacher Ludwig kind of warned some of the students about this exact same phenomenon that would happen to them.
It is inevitable. Do we all agree with this? Does this kind of make sense? Yes, we were at Streamer U. Kai Cenat went live. He ended. 500,000 people had to scatter somewhere. They went to the category. You were in the category. Okay? You were at the party. You were at the basketball game. Whatever it is. Okay? These are exactly how it's going to look. If you prepare yourself, it won't hurt as much. It won't feel as bad because you'll know what's coming. 40%. Okay. That is the median Streamer U student from 2025. How many viewers they lost? They lost 40% of their viewers the week after Streamer U. The week after, okay? 87% of the people from last year never hit their peak CCV that they hit at Streamer U again. They never hit it again. That's 87%, okay? And this is a stat that's probably the saddest to read out. 10% never went live again.
And that fall off definitely happened. Most of the streamers who went to Streamer University didn't maintain the outrageous numbers that they had while on the campus. It was a moment, it was a time for injecting viewership onto these people, but not an automatic long-lasting thing. So streamer Aisha was right about one part of her long, and I do mean long, monologue about the whole thing. Being accepted into Streamer
Thing about Streamer University is that it can really change somebody's life, right? Because think about it. Let's say you are somebody that actually blew up at Streamer University, and somehow, some way, you managed to get a lot of attention to the point where, I don't know, there's 300,000 people watching you. I mean, that's a lot of people. I know that's Kaisenet numbers, that's big names number, but I'm just saying, like a jackpot. Imagine that happens, bro. The amount of money you get from that, bro, it can really be life changing. Like, if you know how to invest that money, you may not need to ever work again. So I see how Streamer University can actually change some people life forever.
University didn't automatically stop a small streamer from becoming an extra. But temporary viewership and a little extra camera time isn't the only way to judge if Streamer U was helpful or not. I think the better question is what happens once this event ends and the temporary boost of being around or connected to Streamer University disappears. Because this is a very underrated part. Just because the viewership left upon graduation,
I think you have to know how to take advantage of that moment, but I also think that it was very predictable for you to know what person was going to be good after Streamer University, because let's talk the two guys that I talked about before, Dami and Braden. I'm not surprised that they took advantage of the event. I'm not surprised because that's something they was doing before already. That was just a good stepping stone. It wasn't nothing like it wasn't like they wasn't working before and they was waiting about for that opportunity to change their lives. They was gonna be doing this anyways, you know?
Doesn't mean that the relationships left as well. The sad but real reality is that most of these people did not maintain their viewership coming from Streamer University. It's not that it's a crazy thing, but the Super Bowl has bigger views than the regular season. The NBA Finals has bigger views than the regular season. That's just how things work. But what they did maintain throughout the course of leaving Streamer University and for the foreseeable future is the relationships that they built with the other small, medium, or even large creators that they built connections with while on campus. And I'd even argue that that's more powerful because the new relationships can introduce you to a new audience and make you more of a mainstay as opposed to a flash in the pan.
Well, Pudgy, you know, a setup is nothing without the main component. I know you've been needing one, and so I got you a PC. Yeah, you can play games and shit on here, you know, you can play all types of, you know, do your desktops, reacts, and things of that nature.
The way that Pudgy has popped onto the scene and popped into our hearts by taking those relationships from Streamer University and turn those into continuous collaborations with bigger names has been phenomenal. Not saying that he wouldn't have been successful all on his own, but I think that we see, just like the other larger creators see, that there's something special in this kid and it needs to be seen. But even people who are already established creators made bigger connections with other established creators. The relationship between Dub and Jason the Ween has been something that has turned from a working
Dub is really funny, bro. I used to watch this guy. I watched him some years ago. I be stuttering sometimes. My bad. English is not my first language, as I told y'all already. But yeah, I do think Dub is very, very funny.
to an actual friendship.
I think Kai understanding that all I was missing in my content creation is collabs. Man, I met some of the best people ever. I never laughed, never had that much time with other than these niggas that I live with. Gang, I found a friend inside of Jason. My nigga Jason the Ween, right? That is one of the, I found a friend in that nigga, chat. I found a friend in that nigga. I text that nigga already, bro. Like Jason, I would have never thought in 900 million years I would have been cool with Jason.
And it's not just smaller creators connecting with bigger ones. It's also bigger creators connecting with smaller ones. I know you think that that's the same thing, but I
Dub isn't a small creator though. Dub is just not a small creator. But yeah, Jason is definitely bigger. But Dub wasn't a small creator.
think it's a difference between like a smaller creator finding an infatuation or some sort of companionship with somebody bigger and the ways that bigger streamers can connect with the smaller ones. For example, streamer J-Shock was such a shining moment for streamer Lacey in their time at Streamer University. That streamer Lacey decided that he was going to give back to him, pour into him because he saw that there was something there. He decided to gift him a new PC setup so that he can, you know, create more content. And we know how important that is with the price of RAM these days.
Every time you spin up a new agent, you shouldn't have to re-explain your entire business over and over and over.
You showed me your setup and you had a laptop that you stream off of.
Yeah.
So I got you a brand new PC.
Yo,
So you can keep streaming. You can. Where you going, Jason?
I'm gonna go cry.
Why?
Bro, you know.
Yes!
I ain't like W.
Bro, Jason, you were a big part of my streamer, dude. I hung out with you. We had deep talks at night. We had a lot of fun. And you're streaming off a laptop, bro.
Yo, why? Lacey, why, bro?
Because you deserve it.
None of these people became immediate superstars off of just attending Streamer University, but the connections that they
is cool. I love seeing that. It's you guys could see I was even laughing before saying anything.
built will last them for a lifetime. Streaming, TikToking, YouTubing, whatever it is. The access that they are granted to different audiences and to different groups is what makes this thing so special and what will grow them to different heights. That's how Streamer University helps some of these creators. People being put into positions in which they can build genuine connections through laughter, through camaraderie, through just being a pure fun and good time. But this is where I think a lot of people really made the mistake. They assumed that the stage was the end all be all. Hey, once I am here, this will bring the eyes to me. It's not about, you know, creating these connections. Hell, I might even go about sacrificing some of these connections in the future because I need the clip right now. This is where I think people like the Mighty BA or Paybay took the opposite approach in all of of it. Instead of building a connection, they decided that clip farming was the way to go. Engagement was the actual metric that they needed. It doesn't matter how it comes off. So ultimately they went for, the view and the clip instead of the relationship.
Please. Give me the wheelchair. Get out.
The fuck is my life?
I need it. Get out. The fuck out.
Stop.
Wait. Hey, really?
Ow, fuck.
Yeah, really. Get shit fucked up.
See, bro.
You like Pokemon? That's out of pocket. You could never do that to me, bro. Bro. Bro, what the fuck?
She fucked. See, bro.
You like Pokemon?
Yeah, I love Pokemon.
Bro, hold on. No. Bro, I gotta.
Hey, look. I even know the shit. Watch this.
Oh my god, this.
Watch this.
Chow fucked.
Watch this. You know what I do? Boom, boom. Ooh.
Yo! That's an SIR! That's a big hit! No, you're bending it! What are you doing?
What did I do?
Why would you bend this card?
Bad?
You can't hit this card, it's impossible to hit!
Sorry.
Now, for what it's worth, it made them both major talking points during the event. But as we're sitting here today, it didn't make them reoccurring talking points, but just flashes in the pan, something that people could warn content creators about, scold them about, etc., etc. And most importantly, it scorned any chance of a relationship in the future for another content creator to say, hey, I want to work with you. I really see something special in you, and I want to collaborate with you. They got their 15 seconds of fame while other content creators were building relationships.
Yeah, definitely. Some people was thinking about the long run, and some other people was thinking about making the bag right there and just, deeping.
That would last them for years. So while Streamer University could give you the access to the different creators that are known to people, are unknown to people, but could make for viral moments, ultimately it could not force you to be consistent and maintain or build relationships with these people that will carry you for the longer than the 5 days that you were there. And those continued relationships, in my opinion, may be the biggest difference between the class that we saw in 2025 and the class that we see in 2026. Streamer University already ran this experiment in 2025. The first event generated more than 27 million hours watched and reached over 719,000 peak concurrent viewers. It also produced some individual success stories. Rakai has become a household name at this point. Ray has become a staple in the streaming community. And Tota remained relevant enough for all three of these guys to come back as Streamer University 2026 alumni. But what I will say is, beyond the individual names, the 2025 class is not known for the collaborations and networking beyond the event. It's not the same active creator network that we're seeing for the class of 2026, and that's what I believe makes it so different. The streamers for 2026 continue to act as though it was a continued network of people even after leaving the campus. You can see that with streamer Lacey, who has collaborated with 15 plus streamers post Streamer University.
Is me, J-Shock, Nick Nayarsina, Raw Dog Moon, Jason Deween, Juicy Jacob, Yusuf, Pilot, Donut, random kid snuck his way in, Jimena, Haskell, Tatum, Aisha Sophie, J-Shock's bringing 2 girls that he met last night at a party. Who am I missing? Silky's coming. I texted Silky this morning. Silky's gonna spark up and pull up. But yeah, there's like 20 people that are gonna be pulling up now. Some people from Streamer U, some people not from Streamer U.
You're seeing collaborations with Jason the Ween, Dub, and Pudgy. You're seeing Blackboy Max continue the relationship that he built with his roommate Wardrobe and Sky Jackson in some streams that they did together. And multiple streamers appeared on.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't liking Sky Jackson at Streamer University. I think she was just moving too bougie. At least that's the impression I got from home.
The MVP of Streamer University Suburb Baby sleepover stream. These are no longer isolated streams. The relationships are starting to have a lot of overlap now, and the trickle-down effects of that are real. Now, Pudgy knows Agent. Agent introduces Pudgy to his audience. Agent's audience goes and views Pudgy when Agent isn't streaming, and hell, even some of them decide to build a connection with Pudgy greater than just the agent of it all. Every opportunity that these new creators get to collaborate with people creates the moment to reach a new audience, create new trust in these people, people put themselves in front of potential brand deals, sponsors that didn't know that they existed, but now that they're with a new creator, they can see them, improve as entertainers, build a relationship, receive another invitation, and then the cycle just starts all over again. Normally, a small streamer asking Jason the Ween or Lacey for a collaboration is just a stranger's voice that kind of goes unheard in the void. But Streamer University gave these people the opportunity to build something bigger than that. Dub and Jason the Ween are actually friends. They're no longer strangers. J-Shock has become someone that Lacey wants around. And I'm not gonna lie, every time I click on Twitch, somebody's wanting Pudgy and Wardrobe to be in their vicinity. That makes the next opportunity easier to create. This is why I feel as though the 2026 class has a better shot of making it than the 2025 class does. The 2025 students largely had one moment to create a bigger and broader audience and network. They had one shot to convert the Streamer University audience to their audience. And based off of Ludwig's stats, that doesn't seem as though it was the most successful endeavor. But the 2026 class is repeatedly using their network to continuously create moments and opportunity to convert.
So for a moment, I forgot what I was about to say. So pretty much this year, we get the successful blueprint. Is that what Momizi is telling us? Because if we look at what was done this year and we understand what made these people successful, then that means that the next people coming next year can actually take advantage. So if you're a streamer or you're thinking about starting to stream so that you can be in Streaming University next year, that shouldn't be why you start streaming. But you know, if you're a streamer or want to become streaming and would like to be there next year, just know that, you know, according to Omizi, it is more important. Why am I speaking like that? It is more important for you to build connection and network than to just look for a viral moment. Because that can actually do the exact opposite. You may look for a viral moment and then, you know, you end up being enemies with people because you're doing too much to people you don't even know, you know?
An audience, and we know that people need multiple times to see something in order for them to commit to something. I think it's a really smart idea. Now, there is still some hidden limitation in it of it all. Collaboration doesn't equal discovery. Just because Agent introduces Pudgy to his audience doesn't mean that people will go over and watch his content, let alone stay for the long haul. Jason can introduce Dub to his audience. Lacey can introduce J-Shock to his audience, but that doesn't mean that they don't have to go on and create some sort of content that is worth watching while they are away from the collaboration. Their content still matters, their personality still matters, their creativity still matters. But what I can say is that every time they do get this collaboration, every time they do get this opportunity, it just gives them one more boosted shot to get it right. I think that 2025 is remembered through the few individuals that survived the fall off, but 2026 will be remembered as the class that came together and continued to hold each other up while everybody figures it out. So did Streamer University actually help its creators? Maybe that streamer Aisha was right about a few things, I guess. There were smaller streamers that did just become background characters in a bigger streamers event. There were just too many creators out there for everybody to get all of the views in an equal distribution. But over 30 days later, I do think that Streamer University's success is easier to see through the collaboration and the network that the creators built while being on campus. What remained after is what we should be talking about. I'm talking about the Pudgies, I'm talking about the Wardrobe, I'm talking about the J-Shocks, I'm talking about the Dubs of the world. Dozens, and I do mean dozens of creators are still existing and thriving because they've decided to reach out, literally grab each other and prop each other up and say, hey, I'm gonna help you, you're gonna help me, we're gonna build a great relationship together.
You know, the best way to get success, the best way to succeed is to be helped by successful people. I guess that's what they say. And there was another thing. How is it? The best way to scale the ladder of success. You guys, I think you guys get what I mean.
Because I thoroughly enjoy you, you thoroughly enjoy me, the audience responds to you great, and we're just having a great time. And instead of these guys focusing while on campus about the clip of it all, the moment of it all, going viral, they decided that they were going to focus on the after. Unlike creators like the Mighty BA and Paybay who decided to focus on the now and wanted to go for the viral moment. They said, forget the after. What about today? So if you ask me, I think that Stream University is a success. No, it's not gonna guarantee somebody a career, but it is going to guarantee you you the opportunity of a lifetime. It's giving you access. And those students that knew what to do with it are still thriving. And those that decided to rip up Pokemon cards and make enemies out of others, those are the ones that we are not seeing be successful. And
So yeah, the video is pretty much done. This was another video by Omizi. Hopefully you liked it. And let me know in the comments what you think about or what you thought about Streamer University. Would you like to be there if you're a streamer? If you're thinking about starting to stream, would you want to be there next year? And what was your favorite streamer in Streamer University? Was it somebody that you already knew? Or was it somebody that you started knowing because of Streamer University? Comment down below and tell me about your opinion. My name is Mario Kelson, and this is another video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.